Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today we're going to be talking about 10 things that you should know before you get backyard chickens.
If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button below and click on the bell icon to be notified when our family farm videos come out each week. Okay, number one, you don't need a rooster to get eggs from your hens. Some people don't know that. Some people would think that you might need a male rooster to get eggs, but you actually don't. You can get plenty of eggs without a rooster.
And number two is that chickens are very social animals. Chickens will tend to stick together in a pack and usually move around the yard together. That's why this one is really freaking out right now because she's by herself.
Okay.
Yeah, she's doing pretty good. But
she'll eat out of our hands.
Yeah, she's one of the ones that will actually eat out of our hands and let us do that.
Yeah.
But the chickens, like this one right here, will definitely follow you around, especially if you have food in them, in your hands. So if you raise them as chicks and can hold them frequently, this will help them get to know you and be more comfortable with you and be more friendly towards you when they grow up.
Yeah, they're very smart and they can be very friendly animals. Number three is chicken math. Most chicken owners know about chicken math.
Yep.
So we started our flock with only 6 hens. That was quite a few years ago when we were still living in Arizona. And now our flock has grown to about 30. Chickens are very addicting. They're so fun to have around. Like I just said, they're friendly. They're very smart. And it's really easy for somebody to pick them up at the feed store when they're just going for other things. just bring home a couple extra. And then you just find out about it later, and then you end up with 30, and it's fine.
It's definitely never happened at this house. So number 4, egg laying is definitely not consistent. First of all, it's going to take you about 6 months for you to get your first eggs. Then after that, it can vary greatly depending on what is happening in your environment, and mostly depending on weather. During the winter, your hens will actually reduce their egg laying capacity significantly. You can use a light in their coop to keep them laying, but that's not really recommended because it's not natural and can reduce the total amount of eggs that they lay in their lifetime.
And number 5, unfortunately, chicken meat is very tasty and not just for humans.
Yeah.
But a lot of other animals also, a lot of predators try to get chickens because they're kind of at the bottom of the food chain. So you have things like bobcats, raccoons, coyotes, all of which we've had to deal with over time, especially here. So you need to make your flock as safe as possible, as protected as you can. Ours go in a coop every night and they're locked up. So it's not like an open system where they can just go in and out freely. We have them, we have clearance, and we also have an electric fence around their run.
Number 6, so local chicken groups are a game changer. With Facebook, MySpace, the Gram, did I say that right?
MySpace isn't a thing anymore, I don't think.
I don't know. I'm not very social media friendly, so.
Not really either.
But either way, you can find a local chicken group about anywhere. So this is super helpful when you're just starting out or if you're an experienced owner because they can help provide local insight to things that will really affect your flock, such as local ordinances, weather patterns, feed availability, and things like that. So we highly suggest you join one to help you along your journey. But as always, if you have any questions or issues, you can always put them in the comments below and we'll get back to you and do the best that we can to help you out on your chicken journey. Hey guys, I wanted to take a moment to talk about today's sponsor, and that is Grubbly Farms. If you guys are like us, you care about your chickens and only want the best. Well, look no further for the best high quality snacks for your chickens that you can buy, and that's Grubblies from Grubbly Farms. They are oven dried black soldier fly grubs, which are a healthy snack that chickens love. They are sustainably harvested on farms in the US and Canada. Grubblies are a great snack for chickens because not only do they have 50 times more calcium than mealworms, but are also packed with protein to help get your chickens through molting season. If you visit grubblyfarms.com, not only will you receive 25% off all new customer orders, but also all orders will ship for free. So just shake the bag and they'll come running for Grubblies. So check out Grubblies at Grubbly Farms at that link below in the description.
The number 7, the eggs are definitely not free. That is one of the things that when you think about owning chickens, it's really attractive to think about free eggs all the time. And while they are convenient for you, they're definitely not free in that you have to think about the cost of the food you're giving your hens, your shelter and the water and all of the other things that go into taking care of them properly. So while they do cost more, I mean, if you kind of do the math, they're a little bit more than store-bought eggs. you do know what you're feeding your flock so that you have that benefit. They do taste better, and they are convenient because it's right in your backyard.
Yep.
So, and you get a lot.
Yeah. So for every hen, you'll typically get between, about 1 egg a day on average. So you get a lot of eggs. Sometimes you have more eggs than you know what to do with.
Yeah.
So. All right, so number 8 is chickens don't like to be confined in small places. Chickens love to move around, eat bugs, and walk around their property. So while you can get away with a small coop for a... Oh, jeez.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry. She just heard you say that they like to move. They want to move.
So while you can get away with a small coop for a small number of chickens, they will do much better with a more open environment and some space to spread out and spread their wings, right, honey?
Yep. Yeah.
If your coop is too small, they will start to fight and they can henpeck each other. That's where that term came from, is chickens. So they will start to henpeck each other and can cause medical issues if their coop is too small. So number 9, chickens are the gateway drug of farm animals. I can guarantee that if you get chickens, you'll eventually get more animals. It always happens, and it happened to us too. We first got our first 6 chickens to begin with. Then after we moved here to California, we got some property. We expanded to ducks, a goose, goats, bees, barn cats, and probably some others I'm forgetting. So they're just so much fun, and you want to expand your farm animal flock the day that you get your first chickens.
That's right. And number 10, they're super easy to take care of and raise. They're about the easiest farm animal that you can raise. Their only needs are food, shelter, and water. And after that, it's pretty simple. If you make sure that all those are good on a daily basis, they're going to live long and happy lives and produce a lot of eggs for you.
Yeah. Number 11, and this is a bonus tip that we came up with when we were talking about this, is that chickens are and can be messy. They will poop everywhere, including, looks like my wife here.
Can you see it? I don't even know.
No.
I think I can feel it.
Well, we'll find out later.
I'm pretty sure.
But they'll also scratch their hay and bedding and everything and make a mess and get it everywhere. So it's important to clean up after them frequently, because if they have dirty bedding sitting for too long, it can cause some health issues. Now, the bedding and stuff can be used for good things like compost and putting under, in your garden beds and that kind of stuff. But it's just important to not leave it in their coop for too long with the chicks in there as well. So there are multiple ways around this, such as deep bedding methods in their coop, but it really comes down to making sure that the areas are cleaned up on a regular basis to prevent health problems.
So I know I just said that chickens are super easy to take care of and they're just, kind of low-key, and then we just jumped into how messy they are and everything. Obviously, they're an outdoor animal, so they are going to just kind of mess wherever they are. And so you do kind of have to stay on top of that to make sure that you're keeping them safe and everything, but it's really not too bad. It's really not that bad. We both work full time, and then he does this on the side. We have 2 little ones, under 6 years old, so it's completely doable.
Yep.
Not too bad.
So that's pretty much it. Those are the top things that you really should know about before getting your own chickens. There's always so much more to know and learn, but this should just really help you get started and get on track.
Yeah. So if you do have any other questions or maybe suggestions for other things that you think people should know, please put them in the comments below, and we'd be happy to look at that and then have a dialogue and just have that available and keep in contact with you guys. We hope we can help all of you with your family farm journey, just like we're learning and kind of going on this journey of our own and just sharing with you what we know and what we've learned. So It's really fun.
So thanks again, and we'll see you guys all next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys. She poop on you?
I think so.
Ha ha!
I think so.
She pooped, one of the chicks, one of the chicks pooped on me in our first take of this. So hopefully you'll never see that. Do you have anything to say? Clarence, stop. I can't do this if you bite me. Stop. Hey. Clarence, are you going to leave us alone for a minute?
No.
Stop. Don't bite my feet.
You want to be in it? You want to be in it?
Good boy. Honey, calm yourself down.
Get your wing under. Get your wing under.
Right.
Come here. He doesn't. Oh, he's not going to like that.
Honey, okay. All right. Clarence.
Just before for some people who had... It's not peaceful here on the farmyard today.
No.
There's no peace. He really, I think it's because
Stop. The moment I tried to pick you up is when you freaked out and ran away from us. You
he
didn't
gets
wanna-
angry at you. I don't know.